there's a good chance you're doing better than you think you are. Not because everything feels fixed or neat and tidy, but because healing rarely looks like a movie moment. It often looks subtle, ordinary, and easy to miss, especially when you're the one living it. Today, I want to walk you through some gentle, often overlooked signs that you are actively healing and growing, even if you still feel messy, tired, or behind. Welcome back to Elisha's Space. This is your corner of the internet to breathe, to be honest, and to heal at your own pace. In my work as a counselor and a woman of faith, I see this all the time. People think, if I still get triggered, I must not be healed. Or, if I still have bad days, maybe therapy, prayer, all of this isn't working. But healing is not the absence of pain. Healing is the presence of new choices, new patterns, and new compassion in the middle of it. So, as we walk through these signs, notice which ones quietly describe you. You might realize, oh, I'm further along than I thought. Let me introduce you to Jasmine. Jasmine used to go from 0 to 100 when she felt criticized, slam doors, send long texts, then feel ashamed later. Recently, her sister sent a passive-aggressive message. Jasmine felt the same surge of heat in her chest. This time, she paused. She put the phone down, took a few breaths, and answered hours later, calmer, clearer. She still felt hurt. She still had emotions. But that small pause, that is nervous system regulation. That is healing. Healing doesn't erase triggers. It gives you space between the trigger and your response. Let's practice that together for just a moment. Inhale through your nose for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale slowly through your mouth for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, inhale through your nose for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale slowly through your mouth for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you're doing things like this, pausing, breathing, praying before responding, that is a subtle but powerful sign of growth. Scripture talks about the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, guarding our hearts and minds. Sometimes that peace shows up as one holy pause before we react. Meet Anna. For a long time, she felt numb. Worship didn't move her. Jokes weren't funny. Life felt gray. Recently, nothing big changed, but she caught herself humming while washing dishes. She noticed how the sunlight hit the trees on her drive home. She laughed, really laughed, at something silly on a sitcom. And then her brain said, "Why are you happy? You still have issues." If that's you, hear this. Being able to notice and have tiny pockets of joy is a sign your nervous system is coming out of survival mode. God often meets us in the small: a quiet morning, a song, a shared smile. You don't have to be fully fixed to experience good gifts. Sometimes, joy is evidence that healing is quietly taking root beneath the surface. Now, let's talk about Maya. Maya grew up believing good Christians say yes to everything and everyone. She burned out, overgave, and quietly resented it. Lately, something has shifted. When a family member asked her to do something that felt unsafe, she said, "I love you, but I can't do that." Her voice shook. She felt guilty. She questioned herself, but she still held the boundary. Healing doesn't mean you feel confident about every boundary. Sometimes healing is, I'm scared, I'm shaking, and I still choose what was healthiest for me. From a faith perspective, even Jesus walked away from crowds, rested, and did not say yes to every demand. Boundaries are not selfish. They are a form of stewardship. One more subtle sign that often scares people: you cry more easily during worship. You notice gentle shaking in your hands when you talk about your story. You sigh more, yawn more, feel waves of emotion come and go. Many people think, I'm getting worse, but often your body is finally safe enough to release what it has been holding. In trauma work, we see this as your nervous system discharging stored survival energy. In faith language, sometimes we call it surrender or groanings too deep for words. Your tears are not proof of failure. They can be a sign that what once stayed locked inside is finally allowed to come into the light. So maybe you still have hard days. Maybe you still get triggered, still feel tired, still wish you were further along. But if you're pausing before reacting, noticing small joys, setting even shaky boundaries, or allowing your body to release through tears, sighs, or trembling, these are not small things. These are holy, hard-won signs of healing and growth. You are not behind. You are not broken beyond repair. You are in process, and God meets us in process. If this resonated with you, I'd love for you to share in the comments. What's one subtle sign of healing you're noticing in yourself lately? And if you want to keep exploring this journey, I have another video on recognizing trauma in older kids and teens that pairs really beautifully with this one. Until next time, keep breathing, keep noticing, and remember, healing is already happening, even when you can't feel it yet.